Hello there, welcome back to Portugal and Beyond. I'm Jorik. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today's video revolves around one question I'd like to ask. Is it the right time to be investing in Portugal? And I've done a playlist, so I'm going to add this to the playlist as well as to some other playlists regarding Portugal. But the reason I want to ask is now the time, is at the time of this video, which is July of 2022, as I'm making it, the euro is at its lowest point in 20 years. So it is on par with the US dollar, almost dollar for dollar, or dollar to euro. $1 equals 1 euro and vice versa. So one might think, okay, I got to get on something now before the euro starts increasing and my US dollars don't go as far, because when we invested in 2018, the euro was substantially more, so we were losing money in the process. But of course, when we sell or if we're going to transfer money back to the US for the last few years, it's been in our favor. But now, not so much, as things are even. But if you are an investor in the US looking to come here, you're going to retire. Again, rent first to find out where you want to be, but thinking long-term, going, all right, well, maybe I can find something sooner than later. That's something that you may not have thought of in the past. But if you're still able to get a lot of equity or be able to sell your property for a great amount, seems like home prices are still going like gangbusters back in the US. Here, home prices don't rise as fast. They go maybe fast as 7 to 9% a year, and that's if it's exploding, not 30 to 40% as many markets in the US are. But because that dollar value is equal, there may not be a better time to invest. The difficulty is if you're coming from the US, and right now as I'm making this is also the beginning of recession based upon data in the US, this may also be the worst time for you to invest as well, because you may not be ready to retire. You may not be ready to sell your property, although you could probably sell it for a lot right now. You may not be ready there. But maybe you can take out a loan from the bank. Maybe you have equity in your property where you could do a second mortgage and use that money to invest in a property here in the meantime, if that's something that you want to do. But I just wanted to make sure, for those of you in the US specifically that are looking to move here, many of you are more so looking to retire and maybe live the rest of your life in Portugal. Because of that value, the euro being at the 20-year low, if you were thinking about property and just renting, certainly do that, of course, but you may go one step further and say, okay, this may be the time to capitalize on a very weak euro and invest in something. So hopefully, as you're looking at property and you're looking at where you want to live and retire in Portugal, you might start considering more of the buying versus just the renting. And as an extra incentive, while the euro is equal to the US dollar, there may not be a better time if it works out and makes sense for you to do that. So I just wanted to make a short video on this to make sure that you are aware of that value right now. If it makes sense and it's the right time, and start looking at real estate sites, start contacting realtors. If you're able to come, let's say this summer or fall, and look at property, if that dollar to euro is still relatively close, you may be able to find some great opportunities at a little reduced price based upon what you would be paying a year or two ago, based upon what the US dollar versus what the euro was worth at exchange. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your travels.